Hello everybody, welcome to the 3D market commentary for today. Today is Friday, May 27th. We've got the disclaimers up there on the top left hand side, so please read them even if you need to pause the video to do so. Now let me just point you to different places that you can go if you need help and support. There's lots of it, so let me show you where you can go to get it. The first thing that we have here is my email address, becky@tradewithufos.com. There's also a link that you can already see there on the screen, tradewithufos.com/Becky. Now that will bring you to this page. From this page, you can book one-on-one coaching if you'd like. You'll see here links for apps and courses and coaching and following our live trading sessions. If you scroll down, this will soon be filled in, but this will be a place where you can track the trades that I place in my live sessions. If you scroll down a bit further, this is where you can also sign up for apps on different platforms, be it Auto Climate or Auto UFOs. You can check out our platform, Predictive Options Planner. And if you come down, there's a question and answer section here as well. So lots of help, lots of support, lots of resources, all from this link here, tradewithufos.com/Becky. So let's now have a look at our news flash. Now, for those of you that don't get this yet, you can use this link here, tradewithufos.com/news flash, and that will give you access to this free email that we're going to look at. You'll get it every day, Monday to Friday. Now, this free email that we send out is called a 3D approach or a 3D market commentary because we're looking at three major elements on major world markets, looking at where the statistics lie, where the probabilities lie. So I'll just talk you through very quickly what they are. The first one is what we call market climate. Now, market climate is essentially where is that market likely to move? Is it likely to move up or down or nowhere? That gives us a better idea as whether or not we buy, sell, or do nothing. Now, we use an app to help us. It's called Auto Climate. That's a free app on most platforms that you can get it on, and I'll show you as we go through what it means. Then we look at buy and sell UFOs. In this case, UFO stands for unfilled orders. And what it means is, where do we have buyers that could push price up? Where do we have sellers that could push price down? Where do we find them on a chart? So we're looking for that as well on each of our markets. And then we'll look at market volatility, which is how quickly we expect the markets to move. So looking at each of these elements per market, and we will start here with the S&P 500, which is the top 500 US stocks. Let me just unsquish that a bit so we can see a bit better. So with the S&P 500, top 500 US stocks, we see a thin dot on our Auto Climate. A thin dot on Auto Climate tells us not enough probability in either direction. So do nothing. No point trading anything where we don't have clear probabilities on one side or the other. Now we do have sellers here between 41.53.25 to 40.62. They've worked a couple of times. Price came into them before here and was pushed price down. Price came up again and was pushed down. Price came up again very, very recently, was pushed down a little bit. So we have sellers there currently working to push price down, but we also have buyers very close by, between 39.97.75 to 38.72. So overall, not enough probability in either direction. Buyers and sellers very close together. We'll have to see who wins, and then we'll have a clear idea of what we should do about it. Now, in terms of, and I should have scrolled down here so we can see that. So in terms of volatility, let's just take a quick look here. So in 1 year, we would expect the S&P 500 to move up or down by 27.17%. In a day, that's 69.6 points. In a week, 153.21 points. And in a month, 318.93 points. So that's the S&P 500. Now moving on to the next market, which is crude oil. So let's just load this. Now before we load this, just to point out our courses up here. We do courses in futures, stocks, forex, backtesting, trading plans, and psychology. Now, most of our courses come with a 3-month complimentary access to the apps that we use. AutoClimate, which is this app here, that's a free app on most platforms we can use it on. But Auto UFOs, which is the one that shows us buyers and sellers, this one is a paid for monthly subscription. It depends on which platform you use as to how much it costs per month. Now, you can subscribe directly to the apps, tradewithufos.com/apps, and you can get the apps from there. But as we said, most of the time, by doing a course, you get a 3-month complimentary access to them, which usually works out cheaper. So check that out, see what works best for you. So now let's come back to look at oil. Just going to squish it here so we see what we need to see. There we go. So with oil, we have a thick blue dot, probability upwards. That's what that means. Now, bear in mind, we do have sellers very close by. They are between 130.5 to 115.54. So if we were to hit them, we would expect them to push price down. They've already done that here. Price came in, hit the sellers, was pushed down. Price is on its way back up. So if it hits the sellers again, we would expect them to push price down at least a little bit. We do have buyers below that might support us here between 111.96 to 103.24. Overall, what we have here are buyers pushing up, sellers pushing down in the same kind of area. I would say we want to leave it for now, see which side wins and clears a path one way or the other, and then we'll go from there. In terms of volatility, we'd expect movement up or down in 1 year of 46.03%. But in a day, 3.28 points. In a week, 7.23 points. And in a month, 15.04 points. That's crude oil. Now, the next market, if we scroll down here, is gold. So let's have a look at gold. Okay, that's what we see there. Now, before we have a look at gold, just to point your attention here to coaching and support that we offer. Now, the coaching and support that we offer is a lot of times free on YouTube and on our resources pages. You can find loads of things out there that can help you for free. However, we do also have a paid for, very small monthly amount membership where you can access live trading videos and extra resources. So check that out as well if you would like to. So coming back to gold, we have a thin dot on AutoClimate, not enough probability either direction. We do have buyers close by between 1834.8 to 1785 and sellers quite a way away here at 2003 to 1962.7. Overall, not enough probability either way from the climate. Bear in mind, these buyers might change that, but for the time being, not enough probability. In terms of volatility, we would expect a movement in 1 year of 17.81%. In a day, that's 20.91 points. In a week, 46.02 points. And in a month, 95.8 points. So that's gold. The next market now is the US dollar. Now, just to remind you guys as well, we do a lot on social media for free. You can go to our link tree, which is now up there as a link that you can look at, and you can find loads of different resources from there and loads of different places you can follow us on social media for trading tips and for the types of videos that we do that go out there for free. So check that out. Okay, US dollar, thick red dot, probability down. That's what that means. Probability downwards on the US dollar. We have buyers here between 100.675 to 99.81. And we have sellers here between 103.295 and 102.805. So again, probability downwards coming from the climate. Unlikely that either the buyers or sellers will affect us today. Just probability down there from the climate. In terms of volatility, expected movement up or down in 1 year on 9.12%. In a day, 0.58 points. In a week, 1.29 points. And in a month, 2.68 points. So that's the US dollar. Now moving on to the last market, which is going to be backed Bitcoin. we go. Okay, so with bakkt Bitcoin, we have a thick red dot, probability downwards. We're also quite far away from buyers or sellers on this one as well. We have buyers here between 23,737.5 to 22,910. We have sellers here between 36,445 to 35,525. Again, unlikely that they will affect us today. So probability there to the downside coming from the climate. With volatility, a movement in 1 year of 82.7%. In a day, up or down of 1,512 points. In a week, 3,329 points. And in a month, 6,931 points. So that's each of our markets now. We've looked at all of them. And for each of them, we've looked at 3 elements. Market climate, in which direction is that market more likely to move, using auto climate to help. We looked at buy and sell UFOs. Where do we have buyers and sellers that could push price up or down, using auto UFOs to help. And then we've looked at volatility, how quickly we expect the markets to move. Now, the last thing to be aware of is our weekly economic calendar. You get this from fxstreet.com. We filter by high impact news. By the looks of it, today being Friday, May the 27th, it doesn't look like we have any high impact news coming out today to be aware of on major markets. But of course, news still comes out, so be aware of that and manage your risk. If you have any questions, you can email me, becky@tradewithufos.com, or go to tradewithufos.com/Becky. From here, you can book one-on-one coaching if you'd like. You can check out the resources at the top. If you scroll down, you can follow the trades that I place live in my sessions. That will be filled in soon. You can also come here to look at monthly and yearly apps, Auto Climate and Auto UFOs for different platforms. And you can find out more about our Predictive Options Planner, which is our platform. And there's also a question and answer section as well. So lots of different resources, lots of different help, some of which are free. And of course, you can email me as well. So today being Friday, I wish you guys a great end to your trading week, and I will see you later on for a stock session that I'm doing. So I'll see you then, and I'll see you on Monday. Take care. Bye-bye.